And second law is about changes that a force can produce on the motion of an object.
That is not Newton's second law. That is Newton's first law explanation. Okay. Meghna, what is Newton's second law? Meghna?
Newton's second law states that the rate of change of momentum of an object is directly proportional to the applied unbalanced force.
Okay, applied
In the direction.
unbalanced force.
Unbalanced.
Correct. Okay, correct. So these are the two laws of motion. Now we are moving on to the next laws of motion, and that is known as Newton's law of impulse. So next we are moving on to third law of motion. So Newton's third law of motion. Third law of motion, also known as law of impulse. Okay. So first law, law of inertia. Second law, law of momentum. And third law is known as law of impulse. What do you mean by impulse? Impulse means shortest force. The strong force acts in short time. That means in fraction of second, the greatest force, strong force or greatest force which is acting in short time, maybe 1 second, maybe fraction of a second. If you just talk about a bike and car collides, it is an impulse. It is a force of impulse. That means, you know, the bike and car is collide one another. You will hear a large sound. And sometimes you will see that bike is flying in the air. Maybe the person who was riding the bike, with the impact of collision, accident, he must have fallen down to some other places. He got injured, and some cases even death. It can happen death. Because bike has small mass, car has more mass. So impact of the force acting on that bike rider will be more. So that is impulse. That is the strongest force which acts in shortest time. In shortest time, how much force is acting? Just like it. See, all of you must have seen the cricket. Everyone like cricket. You like the football. Football, cricket, everyone. Why the cricket batsman hit a 6? So the fraction of second only that ball is hit by the Sachin Tendulkar or Virat Kohli. But it will fly. That ball will fly and reach to, sometimes it is above the pavilion. You must have seen in TV how when he huge 6 give us the distance. With what distance when Virat Kohli or Yuvraj Singh hit a 6? You know, they will show you in what distance. Some it goes 186 meter. You just imagine 186 meter means it is too much distance. So it is impulse, a strongest force which is acting in a short time. The ball and the bat is in contact is only fraction of second, but impact of that hitting a 6, hitting a huge 6 is more. So that is impulse. So that is known as impulse, strongest force act in short time. Did you understand? So Newton's third law explains the effect of force. So first law defines the force. First law defines the force. What is force? Okay, that is what is force? The force which makes the change in state of rest or state of motion. Second law of motion, give the equation to measure the force. Second law, give an equation to measure the force. That is F is equal to ma. By learning that formula, you can measure the force. Then third law of motion, explain to you the effect of force. When one or two or more objects interact, what will be the effect? Whether shape will change, whether speed will change, whether direction will change. These and all we studied in 8th standard. In the chapter force and pressure, we learn effects of force, shape changes, direction changes, velocity changes. So all these things can happen without law of impulse. Okay, the strongest force act in shortest time. So now we are moving on to Newton's third law. Everyone knows Newton's third law. I don't have to tell you. Melvin, can you tell me what is the Newton's third law? You must have heard.
Strong force in a short time.
Okay, but that's actually that is only
Every object.
Someone is saying. Anyone must
Every
have heard.
Every object has equal and opposite reaction.
That's the one. Okay, that is the statement. Law of impulse is the name of that Newton's third law. Okay, and it is just explaining to you what you mean by what is the use of Newton's third law in life. Okay, so statement is this: for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. Yeah. So that is Newton's third law of motion. That is, for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. Okay. Provided action and reaction force should act on different objects. That is the function. Provided for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction, provided both force, then only it is completed. Provided both forces should act on two different objects. Then only statement. First you write this state point. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction provided both the forces should act. Both the force should act on two different objects. Okay. Now, these are the important points. These are the important points which I have written in the slide. So this is the thing. So when I say state law of impulse or Newton's third law, you have to write this full statement. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction provided both forces should act on two different objects. So that is the correct definition. So now we are moving on to point wise. What is the important points you need to remember? Okay. I open a easy board because it has been closed. Okay. So first point I already explained to you. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. Second point is the forces acting on the two interacting objects. Two interacting objects, that means suppose there is a red ball and there is a, we consider take another color, a blue ball. A red ball and blue ball. Let us give the red ball B1 and next ball B2. Suppose these two are colliding. If the blue ball and this red ball is colliding, blue ball and the red ball is colliding, the first ball exert a force on B2. The first ball exert a force on B2. Similarly, there is an equal and opposite force act on B1. Okay. So there is an equal and opposite. So B1 is exerting the force, that is known as action force, and B2 is exerting his reaction force. This is what happened in our daily life. Just imagine a bike and a car. Everyone on the video. Rihan, Pratyush, Sainaba, Haya, all of you on the video. Emil, Afsana. So just imagine a bike and a car. Okay. A car is moving in forward, in front, and bike is coming back. But suddenly the bike rider lose the control. He comes and hit on car. When hit on car, my question to Rizwan, will in this action, will both car and bike will get injured? Rizwan, a bike is colliding with the car. My question is, in this accident, will both the objects will get an effect? Yes or no? Rihan Mathur. Rizwan Mathur. Did you get my question, Rizwan? Hello? Video stuck. Anchita Benny, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you get my accident? Did you get my example? Huh?
Yes, ma'am.
A bike and car collide. My question is, will both the objects will get some problem in that collision? A bike and car dash one another. Will they get both objects will get some problem? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. So in this case, my question was, bike is going and hitting on the car. So here, who exerted the action force? Who exerted the action force? My question to who is the Johan? Johan, come in live. Don't put any other scenery. Give me your video. When a bike is hitting at a car, who will exert action force? That is my question. Bike or car? This is the reason you will never open the mouth. Only one or two students. I know some of you, Melvin, Adi, all these fires they will answer. Others all will keep quiet. And 1 or 2, 3 girls. Badra and all every time give answer, but I don't ask every time because there are some students. They simply keep quiet. Both of them. Okay. According to Newton's third law, my action was bike is going on hitting on the car. So who is doing action force here? Who is doing reaction force?
Reaction by.
Reaction is bike. Okay. Rosebi, which is action force and reaction force?
Action by car.
Action force?
Action by car.
No, my question, I told you, bike is going and hitting the car. So who does the action force?
Action by bike.
Correct. Action by bike.
Bike and reaction by car.
Car. Okay. So you see, very good. So car and bike has more different masses. Bike is going and hitting the car. So action force is done by the bike. Okay. Reaction force, when the bike hit it, the car will in opposite direction, it exert a force on the bike. So in that accident, the most probably the bike person or bike rider may the person who get more severe injury. More than car, the bike person, because of the difference in mass, he may get a severe injury. So whatever be the impact, the person who does action first, that is action force. And in turn, who is exerting force on that object, that will be reaction force. Another example I will give you. You know, rocket launching. Okay. When you talk about rocket launching, first we start firing the fuel. Okay. And when you look at the rocket move forward and this smoke, the gas, all this expelled after catching fire, that will be in opposite direction. My question is, who is doing action force here? Rocket or the fuel?
Fuel.
Yeah, fuel do the action force, correct? So fuel move, catch fire, and with the pressure of that fuel, who moves forward?
Rocket.
Rockets. So rocket is exerting equal and opposite force on the fuel. So fuel will be in downward direction, that smoke and everything come in downward direction, and rocket move in upward direction. So that is action and reaction force. Another example I tell you, gun, you know the gun, shooting of the gun. If you fire the gun, the bullet moves forward, but the gun will recoil back. You know the recoiling back? There's a spring action in the gun. So when you press that spring action, the bullet will be flying. And once you release the hand, once the bullet goes, you release the hand, that spring will be coiled back. My question is, who does the action, who does the reaction force? Bullet or the gun? What do you think? Bullet, after firing the gun, bullet move forward and the gun starts recoiling. We call it recoil of gun. It's coming to the original position. You have played at least toy gun, no? All of you? Yeah, very good. Yeah, Savio, you are giving answer. Bullet is action force. Correct, Savio. So bullet is the one which is going, and recoil of gun. Recoil of gun, that is, yeah, recoil of gun is the reaction force, because after bullet moves forward, the gun, there's a spring, it started coiling back. Then the gun will come to the original inside. So those who play the toy gun, you will understand. Then you press it, water gun you may play, no, water will go forward. Okay. So, hello? Yes? Madhav, it's not time to come in the class. Okay, when the time comes, you can come. It's not time. First standard, one small boy is in your class. Okay. Okay, children. So that is the impact of, yeah, someone is asking question. Ma'am, if two objects have same mass, what will happen? What will happen if they have same mass? Will they exert the same force? Adi? Will they exert the same mass, same force? Yes or no? What do you think, Adidev? Yeah. Yes, ma'am. So they exert the same force. Now what will happen? One force is one direction, another force in opposite direction. So both will get cancelled. So that is the time there is no impact. We call an object is at rest. Okay. So just like you all are sitting now. You all are sitting now. The earth is pulling you downward. At the same time, there is an equal and opposite force you are applying from your body. And that gravitational force and the force exerted by your body, both are equal. That is the reason you are remaining at a particular position in your place. So that is an example for Adi has asked, because very good question, Adi. What if both objects with the same mass and speed collide with each other? When same mass and same speed, provided the speed should not change. Suppose a moving motion. This is about an object. This is an object which is at rest. In the case of a moving object, if mass is constant and velocity changing after collision, then also action and reaction force may not be equal. Correct, Adi? Yeah. So if velocity changes naturally, there will be difference between the impact. Okay. If both are same after collision, if mass and velocity both are same, then naturally nothing will happen. The body will be okay. It will continue with the straight line motion. Nothing will happen. Okay. So that's about third law of motion. Okay, children. So I am giving you in our daily life, everywhere. In our daily life, you can see so many examples. What happened to the diagram? Yeah. Now you can look at the last I am giving, and before winding up the session, what's the time now? Okay. So before winding up the session, I am going to give an example, simple example, the birds. The birds are flying. The birds are flying. Aeroplane is flying. Okay. And car is moving. The bike is moving. Everything, there's a Newton's third law of motion is there. If these three laws, Newton's three laws is the main reason for existence of life on earth, whether it's a biology or chemistry. Chemistry, the structure of an atom should be obey all these relations. When we talk about biology also, the action which is taking place a living organism and non-living organism all should obey this Newton's law. So then only our life is existing. So I come to the last concluding. I can see this bird. Simple example, a bird fly by use of its wings. So in this case, who is acting? The wings of the bird, it pushes the air backward as the wings is going on flapping. As the birds are flapping the wings, what will happen? It pushes the air downward. At the same time, the air is pushing the bird upward. And that makes the birds to fly. That makes the birds to fly. This is the same thing with the aeroplane. Same thing with aeroplane. Aeroplane's engine and the fuel pushes the air upward so that it can go, it pushes the aeroplane upward. At the same time, air is pushing it downward. So that makes the aeroplane to fly. Okay. By applying an external force, it makes the aeroplane to fly. So this is the simple application, the birds. Why the wings are not opposite side? Why they are not flapping upward? It is flapping downward. The wings of the birds and butterfly, everything flapping the wings downward because it is pushes the air. It is not flapping upward, it is flapping downward. Okay. So that is the simple example that we understand in Newton's third law of motion. So every life, every action in this universe obeys Newton's three laws. Now you will remember where in the biology it comes. You see, my children, whenever you take the food, you should have a balance between. Otherwise, what happens? There will be reaction. You take a medicine. Suppose you take the medicine for a heart attack. There will be side effect on other part of your body because it's a chemical. Suppose you take medicine for headache or painkiller. So it may affect the another part. So there is a side effect. That reaction force is different. The situation different. So reaction force may not be always mechanical, just like collision, moving. It may not be same. But that entire effects of reaction force, whether in our body, whenever outside, in the machine, everywhere it is same. But the situation, according to the situation, impact or impulse or impact of that forces are different. So that is only different regarding this. So all these three laws. So what is this three laws? When you combine together, I can say first law tells you what. First law tells you what is force. Second law measures the force. How much force you are acting. That measured by Newton's second law. Third law explains the effect of force. When you apply the force, what will happen to your body? What will happen to the object? That is what Newton's third law. So all these three laws combine to the existence of universe of any object, whether it is at rest or whether it is moving. Okay. Suppose an object to move, we should always apply an external unbalanced force. Otherwise, as we said that both equal and opposite may not always will be same effect. Okay. So thank you children. Time up.